They did the monster.
MAYhem.
Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to Monster Mayhem, Day 17. Now, today we're going to be talking about Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera is a 1943 film which runs approximately 92 minutes and is directed by Arthur Lubin. Now, he passed away on May 12th, 1995, at the age of 96. This stars Nelson Eddy as Anatoly Garan. He passed away on March 6, 1967, at the age of 65. This also stars Susanna Foster as Christine Dubois. She passed away on January 17th, 2009, at the age of 84. And Claude Rains as Enrique Claudin. He passed away on May 30th, 1967, at the age of 77. Now, the budget on this was $1.5 million, and Arthur Lubin replaced the original director, Henry Koster. I'll give you a brief synopsis here. When musician Claudin is fired from the orchestra and kicked out of his apartment, he fears his music has been stolen, so he murders the publisher and takes some acid to the face. He then falls in love with a young singer. He tries to promote her career by terrorizing the people associated with the opera house. I'm going to leave it there. Now, this is the first one, of course, Joe and I watched that was in Technicolor. And the sets are gorgeous. Again, this was $1.5 million in 1943, which is an amazing sum of money. Everything is gorgeous. The costumes are gorgeous. The acting is great. The set pieces are phenomenal. I mean, being in an opera house and everything, and actually putting on a show. Now, that's where I kind of have a problem with the Phantom of the Opera. When I was younger, I would avoid movies that constantly had adaptations. Well, as I got older, I kind of grew out of that, I guess, because I always wanted to see new stuff, movies that were written to be original films and stuff like that, rather than seeing 14 different versions of the same adaptation. But like I said, I grew out of that when I got older. Now, I like to watch different versions of the same film to pick out different stuff and to find not only the similarities but the differences and exactly what I like about each different adaptation. This is a tough one for me. Now, as I said before, the costumes are great. The set pieces are amazing. You could tell they poured a ton of money into this. My problem with it is the opera. I don't hate opera music, but I can take it in very, very low doses, and this has a plethora of opera in it. Way too much for my taste, because if you really look at all the different adaptations, most of it has a little bit of opera. Even Robert Englund's, of course, Phantom of the Paradise, which is actually based on Phantom of the Opera as well, it doesn't have that. It's more of a rock musical, but most of them have at least a little bit of opera in them. But this one is way, way too much. Actually gave me a headache and woke my wife up. So, I do like the film. I just would maybe watch it without the opera when it comes on. I mean, some of it's not bad, but it's just, I have a kind of a low tolerance for it, I guess. I do like the movie. It's just not one of my favorites, unfortunately. Of course, being one of my favorites is Hammer. I love the Hammer version of Phantom of the Opera. But, Universal Monsters is okay every once in a while. Like I said, I think I'd have to turn off some of the opera, though. Don't forget to check out Joe's review of Phantom of the Opera. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.